Hi, here we are in my bedroom, which has become my office. I moved a desk in here that I had from someplace else because it's a really nice desk that we had made and it fit nicely in our bedroom. So, so here we are. Now, I was thinking, I could turn on the fan up there that you see over my head, and then that would drive you absolutely crazy because you'd have something in motion right behind my head the whole time. But I'm not going to do that, okay? Um, so, a couple of things that I want you to really zero in on, and most of them are things we've already talked about, but I want you to pay attention to these because they are really critical concepts, and that's why I'm making a video. First of all, I want every sentence that you write to be a grammatically complete sentence, okay? Every sentence has to have a verb and a subject and express a complete thought. One complete thought, okay? So we've talked about this some in class. We'll probably have to go back to it with your writings, but anyway, that's where we are now. So make sure that every sentence you write has a verb, has a subject. Now, the verb is the action, the subject is the noun or pronoun that's doing the action, pretty much. And then the sentence expresses a complete thought. So if I said, when I go to bed tonight, is that a complete thought? Of course not. You would naturally say, what's going to happen when I go to bed tonight? If you were to say, when I go to bed tonight, I will fall instantly asleep, that's a complete sentence. We have a full unit of thought. But when I go to bed tonight is not a full unit of thought. Okay? So, simple enough. We can't have sentence fragments. We can't have things that are parts of sentence. So, when I go to bed tonight leaves a question in your head. It's not a complete thought. That's a sentence fragment. Okay? Where'd you go today? School. That's a sentence fragment. It's not a complete thought. You have to have subject, verb, complete thought. We've talked about this. The lesson talks about it, but that's where we are. Okay, so make sure you get that. So in this lesson, we're talking about sentence fragments. We're talking about complete sentences, and then we're talking about coordinating conjunctions. And there are 7 coordinating conjunctions. Write these down, memorize them. They're in the lesson, but right now, write them down and memorize them. They are simple. And, but, and, but, or, for, nor, so, and yet. Okay, there's an acronym for that. Fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So remember that word fanboys. That is the acronym for the 7 coordinating conjunctions that I just dictated to you 2 times. Okay, you need to memorize those because we use coordinating conjunctions, and I explain this in the lesson in detail. We use coordinating conjunctions to put together 2 groups of words, each of which could be a sentence by itself. We don't want to write in just simple sentences all the time. Sometimes we want to put them together. We use coordinating conjunctions, but those coordinating conjunctions have to have a comma before them. If you don't put a comma between the one sentence and the other and before the coordinating conjunction, that's a grammatical run-on, okay? Okay, simple. And again, I explain all of that in here, but I want you to hear it as well. And then the other thing we talk about in here is getting your research paper rolling just a little bit, finding some sources, and I tell you in there in the lesson what information to write down on each card for your sources and store this in your head right now. 1 source per card, 1 source per index card, only 1. Don't put them on a sheet of paper, put them on an index card. Again, as we go on, I will be explaining more and more of this to you, but this is what we want you to do. Do it my way because it's the simplest way, okay? Questions, you know where to get me.